Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Good day, good morning, good afternoon, and good night to all our listeners. I'm Janelle and welcome to the 9th episode of Drive Talks. In the 8th episode, we had some of our friends over and discussed the 5 essential things in order to have a happy and healthy relationship. That topic had many insights on several variables, including the thoughts of a single person, a person with a somewhat secretive relationship, and persons who are in a current relationship. If you haven't listened to that podcast episode yet, I suggest you do so. It's definitely worth a listen. Now, for this episode, I want to talk about something important, something that we all have experienced or are probably experiencing right now in our lives.
It sound right, boy.
Have you ever tried to chase your goals or your dreams and end up falling short or falling flat on the ground? Ang sakit, di ba? Yung alam mo na ginawa mo na ang best mo pero di ka pa rin umabot? Failure hurts. To put it mildly, it's a painful experience that many of us work tirelessly to avoid. And usually, failure leaves a mark in our lives, and to some further extent, failure also leaves us traumatized, which can be difficult to overcome in later years. But I think what people don't understand is that failure is necessary. In fact, sobrang crucial ng failure sa goal achievement. Failure enables us to improve ourselves and, in the bigger picture, helps us to improve the plans for our next generations. Pero alam nyo, ang hirap pa rin isipin at i-reason out na importante ang failure kung alam naman natin na ang dala lang naman nito ay sakit at pahirap. I'll be honest with you all, I've experienced my share of monumental failures. Alam ko yung sakit na dulot ng pagkabigo sa mga goals and dreams ko sa buhay. It took time for me to heal, and with the healing process, the failures I've experienced throughout my life left me with scars, along with many important realizations I need to move forward. Just to be clear, I'm no Henry C. I'm no Ramon Ang. I don't have a small business, and I cannot say that I've made it in life. I'm just an average person who happens to fail at many things on a small scale. So this episode is dedicated to the average ones and Marias out there who are in the same situation as I am. Here are some tips that helped me overcome my personal failures in life. Firstly, you have to be honest with yourself and learn to realize that nothing worthwhile will come easy. Alam ko, marami sa atin ang gusto ng instant gratification. Gusto natin makuha at ma-achieve ang goals at dreams agad-agad. And to be honest, I cannot blame you or the people for that kasi in this evolving society that we live in, internet speeds are getting faster and foods are getting to the table or doorstep as quickly as a TED Talks video on YouTube. We are so used to getting what we want and getting it quickly that we don't realize just how much work and effort it's going to take to achieve something notable. We tend to have this growing impatience for everything. Kaya pag di natin nakuha ang gusto natin o yung mga plano natin sa buhay at the quickest time possible, we tend to slowly destroy ourselves with the pain of failure. Guys and girls, always remember that everything takes time. And during this time na tinatahak natin yung path towards our goals and dreams, we will build our character. We will reach new understandings and possibly even discover a deeper meaning to our lives. Secondly, you have to learn to ignore the naysayers and the haters because trust me, they will be out in full force. Yung mga tao na sasabihan ka ng sabi ko sa iyo or dapat nakinig ka na lang sa akin, or worse, sabi ko sa iyo na walang patutunguhan yung ginagawa mo sa buhay, yan tuloy ang napala mo. Sobrang dami ng taong ganyan na biglang susulpot sa buhay mo lalo na kapag nabigo ka sa plano mo. Especially dito sa Pilipinas na madalas ang crab mentality at hilahan pababa. They will be hovering and judging you every chance they get. So remember to be strong. Don't listen to them. Ignore their calls and their cries to celebrate your demise. Just put your head down and keep plugging away. Lagi mong tandaan na maraming tao ang nag-iintay sa'yo pumalpak. Pero may darating dyan na iilan para i-celebrate ang mga success mo at tutulungan ka ng walang kapalit para ma-achieve mo yung mga goals mo. Thirdly, know that success leaves clues. Search for them as best as you can. During the times of failure, always remind yourself to keep working and use every available resource to gain that level of success. Gamitin mo yung downtime ng failure para maghanap ng clues to plan forward. Ang pinakamagandang way para makahanap ka ng clues na tutulong sa'yo para ma-achieve mo yung mga plano mo sa buhay ay maghanap ng isang tao na successful sa kung anumang field ang tinatahak or tatahakin mo. Don't be afraid to ask them questions. Read their books and biographies. Alamin mo kung anong ginagawa nila. Alamin mo kung gaano nila katagal tinahak yung daan para makamit yung level of success na meron sila ngayon. Kung ilang beses sila nabigo at mga ginagawa nila para makabangon muli. Always know that some of the most successful people failed many times in their life, but their most significant distinction is that they never gave up. That's the biggest difference between those that succeed and those that don't. Their unrelenting spirit of persistence. Fourthly, look at failure as a chance to face down your fears. Truth be told, minsan, di naman yung failure mismo yung kinakatakutan natin eh. It's the fear of failing that holds us back from doing something. Pero alam mo, if you look at things from a different perspective, you will see that overcoming failure gives you a chance to face down your fears. It's a chance to prove yourself na matatag ka, na di lahat ng bagay na nangyayari sa buhay mo ay tinatakbuhan lang or iniiwasan. Yes, it's human nature to avoid pain and hardships, but you will have to come to a point of transformational shift where you can leverage that knowledge and overcome your fears to achieve your goals. All I can say is this, it's an incredible feeling when you know you have faced your fears and come out on top in the end. Alam mo yun, yung ngiting tagumpay. The fifth and last, use failure as a learning experience. When we fail, it should be a chance to learn from our mistakes. There's so many things we can learn from our failures and mistakes, and the things that we have gained in knowledge from the trials and tribulations will help us plan better in the future. If you wish to effectively learn from your failures, you need to look at the failure objectively. Itanong mo sa sarili mo kung bakit ka nabigo, saang part ka nagkamali, ano sa tingin mo ang maaaring nagawa mong iba. You can also go to the extent na i-self-analyze mo ang sarili mo with questions like, lahat ba ng actions ko ay according sa plano? Meron bang pagkukulang sa plano ko? Na-distract ba ako or naging tamad ba ako kaya nag-fail ako sa goals ko? Really look at it objectively and learn from it. Use that knowledge to improve yourself and try again. As long as you don't give up, you can always overcome failure to achieve your goals. All in all, failure is something we cannot avoid and is always going to be constant as long as we keep evolving and improving as a person. From small things like failing to do your homework to bigger and more complicated things like failing to start a business or failure in budgeting your finances. We will face these failures many times in our lives, but keep in mind, you will always have a chance to do better. Don't be scared of failure. Take every opportunity to learn from your mistakes. Use those learnings effectively and never give up. A renowned American philosopher, Albert Hubbard, once said, "The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one." Thank you so much for listening, guys and girls. I'm really looking forward to spending episode 10 with you all. I hope you have an amazing and safe week ahead. If you like this podcast, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are also available in other audio streaming platforms. Check out the links below. You can also follow us at TikTok to see the short clips from this podcast.